Hello, my dear CA Inter students having their attempt in September 24. Alright, so this video is the ultimate solution that you need in order to prepare for audit subject. Don't worry, you can trust me. My students have scored 87, 84 and lots of students about 70, 65. You can check the results. Alright, link and everything is given on this PDF. So don't worry, I'm trustworthy. It is just that I don't market myself too much. Alright, that is why you may not see me everywhere on social media, digital marketing and stuff. Alright, but I'm in this industry for 10 years and this is my 11th year that is going on. Chalo. So now, coming to the subject. There are 11 chapters that you have. 8 chapters are based upon essays and 3 chapters are non-essays. Okay. Video will be in simple English so that North India, South India, East, West India, everyone can understand this particular video. Okay. Now listen to me very carefully. When we talk about 8 chapters of essays, 3 chapters of non-essays, many professors are giving this advice that non-essays of 30-35 marks, do it properly so that you can easily clear the exams. That is a wrong advice, because the non-essay chapters, about 20% of the topics are dependent upon standards. So it is very important first that you finish standards properly. All right, don't worry, I will give you list of important topics. I'll give you list of sequence that needs to be followed, the weightage, everything. Just stay till the end of this particular video. And when it comes to standards, all right, there is a certain way of doing it. Okay, if you're my students, you know how we have done it. If you're not my students, I am not here to tell you that buy my course. No. There are revision videos also available. You can prepare from that. Only if you feel the need, then you can buy the course. All right. Now, what is the chapter-wise weightage given by the ICAI? The chapter-wise weightage that is given by the ICAI is on this link. Okay, you can click the link and you can go through that weightage. You will broadly understand that about 60 marks, 65 marks impact will be from standards and 35 marks around impact will be from non-standards. Okay. Now, preparation plan. There are 2 types of preparation plan. One is a one-shot strategy. So what is one-shot strategy? 12 days, 10 hours, 120 hours, finish it off. Second is a piecemeal strategy. Little you want to do 3, 4 hours, then it goes till 30 days. Now I'm recording this video on 13th July 2024. So let us say 15th July is the date that I'm counting that you are starting your preparation. Or maybe it is possible you are seeing this video by 20th July or so. Alright. Now, whatever is your strategy, whether you prefer one shot or you prefer piecemeal, that is your comfort. I don't want to dictate that. However, according to me, at inter CA level, one shot is better and then you keep on revising things. Alright, that is better. But that is my recommendation. You can have a different feeling about it. That is okay, completely fine. आप कौन सा strategy लेते हो, whether you go for one shot or piecemeal, that does not make a lot of difference in my preparation strategy. Alright, preparation plan is about 90 hours. Buffer time of about 12-15 hours, because that is the normal loss that we can expect, that that student will not be able to work at 100% efficiency. And revision time of 10-12 hours if you're lagging behind, there is a topic where you're not comfortable, so I've kept that time. But if you actually follow all my plan properly as per the minutes and time given over here, all right, then in that case you will be able to finish in 90 hours also. So within 10 days in one shot strategy, all right, and within around 20-25 days in your piecemeal strategy, you can try to finish it off. Okay, but that is a little aggressive target. Okay, so that is up to you, because there are some office going people also who may be looking at this particular video, so I leave it up to your comfort. Now, chapter wise time allocation preparation tips is over here. I've given the entire preparation tip and everything. I will explain that also, don't worry. Sequence of preparation is given at the end of the document. So first you should finish essay, then non-essay, and then last में the topic of CARO 2020. Sir, this essay, alright, what is the sequence? Chapter 1, basics of audit, then essay basics. Sir, what is essay basics? Sir, our professors have not taught it if you're not my students. See, before starting with standards, I take about in my regular fast track course, I take about 7-10 hours or so to teach them basic points of standards. So if you are my student, you know it. Do it properly and finish it off. Okay. If you're not my student, don't worry. I have given revision videos. Alright, you can go to the playlist and you can click on that particular video and you can obviously revise essay basics from there. Okay, relax. I'm not asking you to buy my course. So chapter 1 essay basics, then chapter 4 audit evidence, then chapter 7 your completion and review, then chapter 6 documentation, then chapter 11 ethics, then chapter 2 strategy planning and stuff, and then chapter 3 risk assessment and internal control, and at the end chapter 8. Essay basics will cover at least 60-70%. Essay basics will cover at least 60-70% of chapter 8, so that should not be a problem for you. Okay, now listen to me. After that, non-essay, chapter 10 audit of banks, then chapter 9 audit of different types of entities, and then at the end chapter 5. Why at the end chapter 5? I'll tell you about that later on. Okay, now when we talk about your chapter wise time allocation and preparation tips, for chapter 1 I've given 180 minutes including the question bank. Now sir, when you say including the question bank, which question bank? See, if you're my students, we have module questions plus past attempt questions also. In some chapters, if you see, I've written module questions. In some chapters, I've written solve all questions. All right. In some chapters, I've written solve module questions. Beyond that, if time permits, solve all questions. So you understood. If you're my students, anyways, module questions are there. If you're not my students, all the professors, they give a good question bank normally. All right. So you will have module questions plus other questions. So where I've written module questions, that means first focus on module questions only if the time permits. Let us say you have done with 150 minutes and 30 minutes are still there, then solve more questions or something like that. Okay. So in chapter 1, you have 180 minutes including question bank. Follow my revision video. You will see that on the Audit Academy YouTube channel. Go to the playlist. All right. And you will see revision video playlist for Inter CA. Solve module questions, and the most important topics are objectives, scope, inherent limitations, and introduction to standards. Chapter 2, this is not the sequence, this is just chapter wise time allocation preparation tips. Sequence I've already given you earlier. Chapter 2, 180 minutes including question bank, audit strategy, plan, programming. Again, you can follow my revision video. Once you will get a complete idea about what are the important topics that are to be covered. All right. In my revision video, obviously I don't discuss question bank on YouTube. All right. But on my regular course and fast track, question bank is there, and the question bank, how to think in a particular question, is very important stuff. All right. So please ensure that if you're my students, you're also doing question bank side by side. Okay. So solve all questions, and not only module questions, solve all questions from the question bank. Most important topics are audit strategy, factors to be considered, and the discussions of audit program. Chapter 3, risk assessment and internal control. Most of the students leave this chapter in option. So if you're too much worried, all right, because there are too many technical points in this particular chapter, then in that case 600 minutes including question bank I've given. But if you're too much worried, then in that case you can just cover the topics which I've covered in my revision video and just solve module questions, then only is fine. I've given the list of important topics which are normally asked in exams: audit risk, risk of material misstatement, components of internal control. Extremely sensitive. All right. Chapter 4, audit evidence. There are too many standards in this particular chapter. It is the lengthiest chapter, but it is very scoring, so you should be very strong in this. 900 minutes, which comes to around 15 hours including question bank. You can follow my revision video to get a better idea about what needs to be done. Solve all questions. Essay 500, 501, 505 and 510. You should be excellent in these standards. For other essays, even if you finish fatafat key points, then also it is fine. In this particular chapter, you may take a lot of time in essay 530 audit sampling. So if you want to finish that particular discussion only from my revision video, then also it is fine. All right. Chapter 6 should be your strongest. It is audit documentation. And if you see, chapter 4 and 6 combined has an impact of around 15-16 marks in the paper. So chapter 6 should be your strongest. All right. And it is just one essay 230 audit documentation. So solve all questions, and I still have given list of important topics, but you should be comfortable in all the questions over here. All right. Then we go to chapter 7. All right. That is your completion and review. You have essay 560, 70, 80, 260, 265, 450, such standards over there. All right. Now when it comes to this chapter, 560, 70, 80 are given in detail, whereas other essays are just, it is just an overview. So I understand that 560, 70 and 80 may take a lot of time. In 560 there are 3 categories of subsequent events. The first category should be excellent. Other categories you can just overview my chart. Essay 570 and 580 should be extremely superb, excellent preparation you should have over there. All right. And other essays you can just go very quickly with the key points. Even in my revision video you can cover it, not a problem. Chapter 8, all right, audit report chapter. Very interesting, very technical. All right, and you have to be excellent in essay 700 to essay 706. Essay 710, 600, 299. SA 710, you can focus on the discussion of corresponding figures. SA 600, using the work of other auditor. What are the rights and duties of principal auditor? You can focus on that. And SA 299, the responsibilities of joint auditor, and what if there are differences in their reporting consideration? You can focus on that. Then there are company audit sections, section 143, subsection 1, subsection 3, subsection 12. In that 143, 1 and 12 are very, very important. In 143, 3, there are certain clauses that are important, which anyways I cover it in my discussion, so you will know that. Solve module questions, was that is the good number of question in the module. If time permits, please solve additional question also. All right. Chapter 11, 180 minutes, ethics and terms of engagement. SA 210, there are 3 discussions normally that are important for SA 210. The name of the discussions I've given over here. In my revision video also you will understand that. And SA 220 and SQC1, elements of quality control. Le ahem, 6 elements of quality control are very, very important. You have to be careful with that. Solve all the questions, because this chapter has a weightage of 8 to 10 marks and it is very easy to score over there. Also, concept of independence and threat to independence. Concept of independence and threats to independence, that is very, very sensitive, especially this threats to independence. All right. And when it comes to ethics, okay, whether you should follow rule based approach or principle based approach, obviously principle based approach. All right, so these 2 paragraphs are very, very important when it comes to ethics. Fundamental principles of professional ethics can be very, very, very important for your MCQs. All right, these things I have spoken in my revision video also. Non-essay discussions, chapter 9 and 10 combined can have an impact of around 16 to 17 marks on your paper. So follow my revision video. Chapter 9, government audit, cooperative audit, LLP audit, very, very sensitive. Chapter 10, audit of banks, NPA, types of advances, modes of security, audit of income and expenses is also very, 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 very sensitive over there. And then at the end you will go for chapter 5, that is audit of various items of financial statements, which has an impact of around 15-16 marks in your paper. But chapter 5 mein, students, you just can't start in between. You should be very comfortable with standards, and you should be very comfortable with your accounting standards. Accounting and auditing standards, both you should be very comfortable. Go through company final accounts. Please go to your accounts module again. Revise the concepts of accounting. If required, see the revision video of accounting standards of some professor. Sir, why? All of this will help you in chapter 5. If you do this much, then chapter 5 is not even a job of 5-6 hours. All right. So please focus on it. On my Telegram channel also I've given lots of tips for chapter 5. You can follow that and you can score your marks. Okay. Then Caro 2020 is always important. Will take about 4 or 5 hours for you to prepare everything. All the clauses, clause language, applicability of Caro. But what are the areas where you should focus the most? If you follow my revision video, you will get the exact areas where you need to focus. So lots of topics have been given in the form of revision video on my YouTube channel also. You can keep following that. All right, and keep blessing me. Also share your feedbacks on my channel so that I can it motivates us also to work more. All right, now this is your first preparation, right? This entire first preparation, either you go for one shot strategy or piecemeal strategy. Okay. So somewhere if you start around 17-18 July, 20th July, maybe somewhere around 18-20 August, all right, you will complete. So I've written 15th August over here, but let us say 20 August or 22nd August. Now whatever are the exam days of September, anyways, you are, if this is for group 2, so it will be at a later date. So you have to adjust accordingly. All right, so I think 12 September it is starting. So let us say if you are giving both the groups, there are around till 5th September or 4th September or so, every day 60 minutes to audit is more than enough. Sir, I'm not able to give 60 minutes, then 40-45 minutes is more than enough. Somewhere in between, try to solve test series. In my mobile app, if you see, I've given the test series also. Mobile app, left hand side, that menu, you have to go to the free study material section. Inside that, if you surf, you will get your May 24 onwards test series, which is for new syllabus. Solve MCQs, module MCQs, as many MCQs as possible. On my mobile app also, there is a free MCQ practice which I give to the students. All right, in like quiz like style, you can solve it. Okay, so that will be your second preparation. All right, and this is how everyone has to follow. In second preparation, I'm not giving you an option of one shot or piecemeal. Every day for some time you have to keep on revising audit. Some common tips: no one can buy heart 100%. All right, so wherever things are important for MCQs and stuff, which I've spoken in my revision video lectures, do it very nicely. Other brief answers, just 2 points per concept is also fine. If you see the question paper, it is of 4 marks, 3 marks or so per question. All right, so why you're taking so much of load? It is just that we don't have to play maiden over. Zero nahi aana chahiye. All right, 1 mark, 2 mark here and there in every single question you will be able to do. You will be able to get through. My students who have scored 87 marks, 84 marks, they are not rank holders, but they still did it. All right, so you can easily do it. Don't worry about it. All right, these students who have scored 87, 84, 75, 73, some of them were also repeaters. All right, so don't worry. If they have done it, even you can do it. And when you do it in this particular video, next time in the comment section, do comment that, sir, I have done it. All right, and we are going to celebrate together. Don't worry about it. Sir, last 1.5 days preparation time, preparation strategy. Sir, how to write exams. Sir, exam tips. For that, I'm going to come up with a separate video. Don't worry about it. I think this gives you a clear direction about what you are supposed to do. All right, all the very best. Stay connected with us. YouTube channel, The Audit Academy. Telegram channel is CA Inter Audit by Pragnesh Sir. You can go to our website, theauditacademy.com, and ensure that you look at our free resources. You will be amazed at what I have shared with the students. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All the best.